Yes, I'm the mother of Andy Gardner, a very successful Down syndrome adult. I've been told by many that I should write a book about how I raised Andy. But rather than write a book, I think I'll just share the story with you, what I feel has led to his success. At the age of 41, Andy has worked for Safeway for 22 years, and he's lived independently for 20 years, doing his own laundry, cleaning, cooking, and getting to work on time. He is smart, funny, athletic, competing in Special Olympics softball, bowling, swimming, downhill skiing, soccer, and golf, just to name a few. I call him the Michael Jordan of Special Olympics. His interests and hobbies include cooking, Xbox, movies, pro wrestling, hanging out with family and friends, and yes, Special Olympics. He leads a happy, busy, productive, fun, and meaningful life. I adore him, and I am proud of him. In April of this year, I joined a Facebook group for mommies of Down syndrome babies and children. The group is an international group of over 12,000 members from all over the world. I posted a photo of Andy with a brief description of his accomplishments at the age of 41. The response was quick and overwhelming. In less than 5 days, I had nearly 1,000 replies from the moms thanking me for sharing his story with them because they said it gave them hope and inspiration because they didn't know what was next for their babies and their children. Here's the story of Andy and what came next in his life. The family and Andy's birth. Dad, age 29. Mom, age 28. 2 sisters, Amy 4, Mary 2. The birth, normal. Healthy son, yes, check. Happy mom and dad, yes, check, check. Everything was perfect, or so we thought. The night nurse had observed Andy, and she recognized that some of his features were not typical of a newborn baby. And she asked the hospital physician to check on my son. His conclusion, our son was a Down syndrome baby. When the doctor told me that Andy was Down syndrome, he made a few profound statements to me that day that I took to heart. He said, take your son home and love him. Raise him like your other 2 children and expect the best for him and expect the best from him. I believe the doctors and I followed his advice. Advice I continue to follow today. I've been told by many that I wear rose-colored glasses, and I agree. That day, I did what I've done so often in the past when I've been faced with difficulties. I put them on. So what came next? Home from the hospital, and mom's ready to nurse. Milk's in. Let's get this show on the road. Whoops. Andy can't latch on. He has a high palate. Andy's fine. He loves a bottle. Mom? Not so fine. Did you know that those rose-colored glasses really come in handy? So what's next in the life of a newborn Down's child? Therapy. All kinds of therapy. Physical therapy for an infant? Yes. The kids have poor muscle tone. Move those legs like he's riding a bicycle. Got it. This is easy. Eyes and neck muscle therapy? Yes. Use baby rattles to get him to use his eyes to follow an object and strengthen his neck muscles as he turns his head back and forth to watch the baby rattle and the toys. Arms and hand therapy? Yes. Hold his toys just out of his reach for him to stretch and to grab hold of and to hang on to. Is it working? Must be. He's loving his toys, and he's reaching, and he's stretching, and he's grabbing, and he's holding on to them tight. Did I tell you that he's a really cute, happy baby? He was. Then what? It's toddler time. Eating, crawling, potty training, laughing. Andy acts like a normal child. In fact, Andy learned how to do most everything a normal child learned to do as a toddler. Did he learn it at the same pace? Not a chance. But did he learn? Absolutely. And what was Andy's home life like? It was busy. By the time Andy was 3, his home life had changed dramatically. There was a divorce and new marriages for both his father and myself. And Andy's family went from just 2 sisters to 2 sisters, 3 brothers, and then a few years later, another sister and another brother at his dad's. Andy became totally immersed into a fast-paced home where everyone was expected to participate. The kids all had chores, including Andy. The kids all played hard, worked hard, including Andy. The kids all had the kids were all treated the same, including Andy. During the summer, all the kids played outside with the neighborhood kids, including Andy. They rode their bikes, trikes, and big wheels, and Andy did too. So what came next? Education through the public school system. Speech and physical therapy continued, but now Andy was outside of my home and learning from the experts. And then there was testing. The average IQ is between 90 and 109. He came in at a whopping high of 45. His low IQ score immediately changed Andy's educational trajectory. We moved him from academics to trainable skills to teach him how to function in the real world. IQ scores cannot capture a person's potential, and therefore we need to concentrate Andy's education on skills that will lead to his success in life. Rather than continue with reading classes that he was failing in, we put him in drama. Rather than continue with math classes, which he was failing in, we put him out in the community to learn how to do everything, such things as walking across a busy intersection, in a crosswalk, of course. At home and school goals became doing everyday tasks such as fixing his own breakfast, making his bed, making his own lunch. At all of his personal hygiene without being asked or reminded, which included taking a shower every day, brushing his teeth before and after he went, before school and before he went to bed. There was a big push to increase his social skills and having appropriate behavior for his age, which included how to control his anger and his hurt feelings when he didn't get his own way. Improving his speech, always working on his speech, both at school and at home. And we mainstreamed Andy whenever it was appropriate and the opportunity presented itself. Soccer team with his classmates in elementary school, a week-long Ed Hume Christian camp in California with his brothers and sisters, 7th grade band where he was the bass drummer, always placing Andy in an inclusive and safe environment. Junior high school, check. High school, check. Great education, a great foundation for Andy. So now what? Comes after high school. Teaching Andy how to work at a real job. Our local community college had an ideal special needs continuing education program that was perfect for Andy. It taught him how to work on time, how to clock in, how to clock out, how to handle and follow basic instructions on the job front, being responsible for workplace tasks, and then getting a job, which was his step and the stepping stone for Andy to become independent. Andy was interviewed and hired by Safeway on October 3rd, 1996. Later, I asked the manager, "Why did you hire Andy?" And he replied, "I asked Andy, why should I hire you?" And he said, "Because I'll be really, really nice to your customers." Living independently? Check. Were there concerns? Yes, but not by me. Do you remember my rose-colored glasses? Yes, I was still wearing them. Was I criticized? Yes. Did I care? No. I knew my son, and I trusted him. I believed in him. I knew he wouldn't starve to death. He knew how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Would he make it to work on time? Of course. He'd been doing that for over 2 years from our home. Would he keep his apartment clean? He's a guy. There are many things that Andy cannot do, but there are many more things that Andy can do. He cannot read, but he can sight read and memorize words and directions, which is his form of reading. And it serves him well in that he's mastered Xbox, Facebook, Kindle, and more. He does not drive a car, but he's mastered mass transit and riding his bike to get to his favorite places. He is not academic, but he has high social skills. He is not musical, nor can he hold a tune, but he loves music, and he knows all of the country western music stars, which of course includes Elvis. He cannot do math or handle money, but he knows how to use a debit card. The world needs successful, productive, happy adults, no matter what their skill level, educational level, or IQ. Andy is proof positive that if he can do it, anyone can do it. Here are some tips when raising a child, especially a special needs child. Failure is always one step closer to success as your child learns. He just gets to do it again and again and again. Every day is a day to try again, whether it's your child learning to tie his shoes, brush their teeth, or make their bed, special needs child or not. Every day is an opportunity to affirm to your child that if he can do anything if he just keeps trying. Every day is a day to learn what your child can achieve. And if it's not his cup of tea, pour him a different cup of tea. Mentor, don't coddle. Encourage, don't enable. Listen first. Answer with love. Be positive, creative, consistent. Teach and show and explain and mentor until the task is done right. There is no place for mediocrity when your child can learn to do the job right. Be brave. Close your eyes and trust in a good outcome. Believe in your child and what can come next. If you don't allow your child to explore and experience life, they and you will never know what they can do. Has it been easy for Andy? No. Did he struggle to get it right at work? Yes. Did he make mistakes? Yes. Was he treated with disrespect by some coworkers and customers? Yes. Did he learn to overcome? Yes. Teaching your children to be successful and independent from the beginning, whether they're special needs or not, is your job as a parent, wherever you live in the world. I wore those rose-colored glasses, and I believed Andy could live independently, and he did. I believed he could learn to take the bus, ride the train, mass transit, learn the Washington State ferry system, fly on airlines, even take a Disney cruise by himself. And he did. I believed he could hold down a job, a real job, and he did. I believed he could move to Arizona after 41 years in Oregon and lead a more fun-filled, healthier, and active lifestyle, and he is. As of July, Andy moved just down the street from me into his own home at a resort community where he can swim, play golf, play tennis, pickleball, or simply relax in the sun by the pool if he so chooses to. And he continues to work at Safeway, starting at year 23. Thank you.